Hey guys, it is Mr. Cooney with your first grammar lesson preview, and this is not going to be difficult for you, but we are going to start off with the basics, parts of speech, and 2 lessons on nouns today. So I'm just going to kind of talk through these and let you know exactly which ones I want you to do, which will make you watch the video, right? And then I'm sure that you won't have a problem. But let's make sure and get this done tonight, okay? Because we're going to hit the ground running. I want to get something done this week, and we'll start our regular daily activity schedule next week. Okay, so 8 parts of speech. Noun's the first one. We've got singular, plural, possessive, concrete, and abstract. Noun names a person, place, thing, or idea. We know that. Singular noun names one person, place, thing, and idea. Any plural is more than one. And there are some words, obviously, mostly, that you just add an S to, and there are some other ones that pluralize with an ES or some irregular conjugations too. Okay, we've got possessive forms of noun that show possessions of ownership or the relationship between two nouns. It also really becomes an adjective. You think about a word like writer's story, but we're going to call it a possessive noun for now since that's what we're learning. Okay. A lot of misuse of apostrophes in today's society. I'll go ahead and tell you it's one of my pet peeves now. You do not add an apostrophe to someone's last name to make it plural. I even have a face mask that says that. It's really great. I can't wait to show it to you. So if you say the Winthrop's cars, for instance, Winthrop's, the S makes it plural. The apostrophe makes it a plural possessive, okay? Now, if there's someone named Winthrop and you said that is Winthrop's car because he was one person named Winthrop, then you'd have that apostrophe before the S. So that's how that works. Not that you're really writing these right now, but we should go and get that straight because we see that all the time when we're talking about characters and writing about literature. And you say Hamlet's uncle, and there's either no apostrophe or an apostrophe after the S or some other nonsense like that. It drives me nuts. So let's get that straight right now. Okay, so the exercise, right? An S above each singular noun, P above each plural noun, and possessive above each possessive noun. Now, like I said on the instructions, you can print this out if you'd rather handwrite it, take pictures of it with your camera, upload it. That can be kind of tedious, but some people are more comfortable working on paper, and that's fine too. Otherwise, with whatever PDF editor or opener or software you have going, you usually have some, I don't think you can see it with me looking right now, but there's editing tools up here that we can use to alter the document. And so if you want to highlight things or hand draw on them or anything like that. Here, I've got it up now. See, I got my little highlighter here. See, I can use 3 different colors, one for a singular noun, one for a plural noun, and one for possessive. Okay, so I was going to use green for a possessive, and I can just do that. If I was going to use yellow for just a regular single noun, I might do that, so on and so on. I don't care how you do it. As long as I can see that you've distinguished and that you've tried, you do the work completely, then you get your full grade, okay? I'll probably count this. I usually just count grammar routine assignments for like 10 points each, okay? But if you don't finish it, you don't get full credit. If you try and you finish it, you get full credit. Okay, there are 18 of these. Let's just do 10 of those. That will be fine. So you're finding all the nouns and telling what kind each is according to those categories. Moving right along to the second exercise or the second section. A concrete noun names an object that occupies space or can be recognized by any of the senses. In other words, a person, place, or a thing. Abstract nouns name ideas like an idea, quality, or characteristic. Okay, so those are the ones that are maybe a little bit harder to remember as nouns because you can't see, hear, feel, taste, or touch them. Truth, honor, beauty, justice, wisdom, right? But even though they're mental or spiritual or abstract things, they're still maybe not things, but they are nouns, okay? Non-physical things are still nouns. All right, so here we want to write CON for concrete or abstract. C or A is fine, or you can use the highlighters, or you can circle it. Again, whatever you want to do. There are 12 of these. Let's just keep it around a half. We'll do 6 of these as well, 1 through 6. Then right on to lesson 2, nouns proper, common, and collective. Proper nouns are just the ones that are capitalized, specific person, place, thing, or idea. Common nouns refer to people, places, or things in general. So a person's name as opposed to a title. Even the word teacher, you do not capitalize it. Maryland, capitalized, state, not, etc., etc. Okay? Scholasticism would be a certain type, the name of an idea, whereas the subject of philosophy, right, is lowercase. Accidentally highlighted something there. I get my eraser tool and I can erase that. Okay. Finally, a collective noun. These are kind of tricky because they're singular if it refers to the group as a whole, and plural if it refers to individual members of a group. So the team is winning. They're all doing it together. We say is. The team pack up their equipment. A pack, even if it doesn't have the S, is actually the plural conjugation of packs, right? Because we say they pack, not they packs. Since they're all kind of doing it individually, not exactly necessarily the same thing, consider that singular. So it changes. It usually sounds right, although that's not always the way to judge grammar, is it? All right, exercise 1, write proper above each proper noun, common above. You can just do P or C. Actually, I think you need to do a little bit more, COM or COL, and label them appropriately too. We have, whoa, look at all those. 40 of those, okay? So we'll do 20, okay? Got to finish all this tonight, people. It looks like a lot of work, but it's pretty easy. I don't think you guys are gonna have any trouble understanding this. If anybody's having any problems with figuring out the technology to get this done, please let me know. But I think you're probably used to doing some of this from the spring, right? Getting PDFs and working on them and turning them back in. And don't forget in Google Classroom, always submit, okay? Don't just finish your work, you gotta submit. All right, till soon.